Welcome back, everybody. We have Debbie King here with us this morning from the the Area Agency on Aging. It's early, I can't talk. We were talking about the upcoming walk to end Alzheimer's. So, Debbie, good morning, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so what can you tell us about this event?
Well, the Alzheimer's Association does incredible things. The walk to end Alzheimer's is coming up faster than we wanted it to be quite honest. We pulled it back a little bit this year. So the walk to end Alzheimer's is a group of community members, and it's really the whole community is involved and invited to take part. And what we do is we have family members, we have individuals that are touched by the disease currently, providers, throughout. So it's really just a whole group of community coming together, honoring those people that have been touched by the disease, but also raising funds so we can continue the mission of finding our first survivor.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what are some of the, of course, we know there'll be families that have been touched by this disease and, supporters. What other features will y'all have at the event?
Wow. I even brought notes because this year's event is really a whole lot of fun.
Okay.
So it is Saturday the 29th.
Okay.
It's going to be at Sam Houston Park. We're starting out early this year. So at like 8:30 in the morning, they're going to do what's kind of like chalk the route, chalk the walk. So people are invited to come out and basically get some of that sidewalk chalk and actually get out there and make some fun things along the path that people will be walking. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have a pet area for you to bring your animals, if they're well behaved. They can bring those animals out there. We'll have a pet area for them. We'll have a kids zone for the kids. A lot of just fun, community supportive type things that we can do. There's also what we call the memory garden, the promise garden. And the promise garden has different flowers to represent each person's why. Why are they there? It'll represent someone that has Alzheimer's. It'll represent the caregivers that help to take care of these individuals. It'll represent people that are just joining in the force. A force to be reckoned with is what we like to call it. So it's a really emotional, but also a way to really join together and just support the coming to finding that cure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And now, we know Alzheimer's, it's a debilitating disease.
Yes.
It's hard for not only the individual that's been stricken with it, but the family that, has to help take care of them.
Exactly.
How does it feel to be able to, kind of lend a branch of support to these families dealing with this disease?
Yeah. I've in all the different jobs that I've held over the years, I've got about 25 years of experience working with the elderly and working with Alzheimer's and dementia. About a year and a half ago, it became really personal. My dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and so it's a whole different ballgame whenever you're on the personal side of it and you can see what exactly it does to the family, but not just the family, to everybody that's associated with it and what all goes into that. And so one of the things that probably I would say one of the biggest things that the Alzheimer's Association has going right now is they have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline where caregivers can actually call middle of the night. I feel like I'm all alone because there's nobody I can talk to. Pick up the phone, call the 800 helpline, and basically have somebody on the other end of it that goes, I know what you're going through. Let's try to figure this out. How can I help you? Just those kinds of supports. The community support is huge. Our local Alzheimer's Association works to get education out to all of our communities that surround the Panhandle. But top thing is research. Part of that funding goes to research so we can figure out what's the next step. New medications are out there. They're working to look and see where we're at. We're right around the corner.
Absolutely.
But it takes things like the Alzheimer's walk to make that happen.
Yes, ma'am. And so for everybody out there, go out there, support that walk, support this cause. All right, Debbie King, thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And for more information, head to My High Plains.